Yes, yes, yes. Yes, welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of the comic book industry, illustrator of Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, creator of Cyberfrog, the largest crowdfunded comic book of all time, and 1-year veteran of Comicsgate. This is the Daily Caller. It's a pretty good website here. So let's go over. This is the third video I've made on this subject. I'm going to delve right into this article, and then I'm going to fill in some details for you as we go, and some insider info that I think only I have, stuff that only I know, that's going to actually, make this a little more three-dimensional for you. So look at this headline: Feminist professor still at large nearly a week after alleged assault. Okay. Connecticut professor allegedly punched a YouTube blogger critical of identity politics on August 2nd and shouted, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," at him. Professor Matthew Fantastic Loader. I think it's pronounced Loader. People are saying louder, but that looks like Loader to me. You tell me what you think. Middle name Fantastic. Purportedly assaulted a YouTuber named Jeremy Hambly. He's our friend. Jeremy Hambly, great guy, 6'5". I mean, he's a big guy, friendly giant, wouldn't hurt a fly. And he broke part of a glass window, reported Campus Reform on Wednesday. The incident occurred at Gen Con, an Indianapolis gaming conference. It's just a convention. People go to cons to indulge in their hobby, to have a fun time, to shop around for neat items, visit vendors' tables, meet artists, writers, actors, shake hands, hang out with friends, and then maybe even play a little card game like Magic the Gathering, which is what Jeremy Hambly is so interested in. He's got a YouTube channel called Unsleeved Media, and Unsleeved Media just is Jeremy enthusing about Magic the Gathering. He loves Magic the Gathering. He sits there and opens crates and crates of these Magic cards. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I have no idea what Magic the Gathering is about, but I admire his enthusiasm. I have geeky hobbies of my own. Mostly Star Wars, action figures, comic books. I don't know if Jeremy could even understand my enthusiasm for those things, except in the fact that we are all fans. We're all just fans of hobbies, pop culture hobbies. So I'm interested in his interest, and I am upset about what happened to him. Obviously, I've become friends with Jeremy because I've become a YouTuber myself, a rather successful and notable one. Thank you very much to you guys, my subscribers. I've gotten to meet other YouTubers. I think Jeremy's a great guy, and this is a horrible thing that happened to him. Hambly put out a YouTube video critiquing Gen Con for inviting feminist, cultural critic Anita Sarkeesian. Why are people still falling for this? Why are people still being duped by this person? Why? Please, who was raked in hundreds of thousands of dollars after complaining about harassment, but has herself also been accused of the act. Of course. She's horrible. And her eyebrows are weird. Real talk, quote unquote. Real talk, if you have a problem with Sarkeesian being invited to Gen Con, fucking fight me, Loader said on Twitter in June. I'm easy to find. Yeah, you were. You were easy for 4chan to find, Matthew. You'll also be easier for the cops to find. Hambly claims Loader approached him at the conference at 2 a.m. on August 2nd and asked him if he was Hambly. When the defendant stated that he was, in fact, Hambly. This is weird. No, the plaintiff, not the the defendant? The defendant? Not in a court of law. Was in fact Hambly. Loader then proceeded to punch the defendant. Why do they keep saying the person who's defending himself, you mean? Against assault? All right, you guys in the chat, you let me know in comments what the hell this is about. In the head while screaming, "I'm going to fucking kill you." That's always good. It's 2 a.m. You've had about 15 beers. You're smoking a cigarette to kind of calm down, getting a little fresh air. That's the perfect time for someone to be hitting you repeatedly in the skull and letting you know that he is about to end your life. That's the right time. It's the right time of the night for that kind of thing. One witness said, according to a statement Hambly sent to the Daily Caller News Foundation, it took 4 people to pry him off, and then he punched a window and ran off. That's rational insane. What did the window ever do? Let's see. Once he was free of Matt, Jeremy went inside the bar to get away from the attack and Matt got angry and was saying, "Yeah, run away, pussy," while trying to follow Jeremy into the bar, another witness said. Once he realized that he couldn't get into the bar because I was standing between him and the door, he smashed a window at the bar and then walked away with his friend, who wasn't doing anything to stop him from assaulting anyone else. So certainly not. Most certainly not. The YouTuber subsequently filed a police report for non-aggravated assault with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and the detective assigned to Hambly's case did not respond to multiple requests for comment. This is very hard to pursue as one man with a day job, said Jeremy. Yeah, it is. It's hard. We need to help him. Quinnipiac University listed Loader as a professor. What the for the fall of 2018 Introduction to Game Design class at this link as of Tuesday. But the school removed the page before publication. Well, that's good. The person in question is not at our faculty and does not teach here. Quinnipiac Vice President for Public Affairs Lynn Bushnell told the DCNF, that's the Daily Caller News Federation. News Federation or Foundation? Let me get that right. News Foundation. Not Federation. It's not Star Trek. I have retained a lawyer and will be seeking to set an example that political violence has to stop, Hambly said to the DCNF. I have also been in contact with the detective in the cases proceeding. This is good news. Now, Jeremy, I decided when I heard what had happened to Jeremy that I would start a GoFundMe campaign. All right, so here it is. Here's the GoFundMe page that I started. It's called Justice for Jeremy Hambly. Justice for Jeremy Hambly. I asked for $10,000 from people who were concerned about this, and so that Jeremy would have the funds to hire a lawyer, pay the retainer, and get this guy sued in a civil court. Jeremy is trying to play this off like a tough guy. Jeremy is pretending he's okay, I think, on Twitter. I think Jeremy's pretending to be okay on YouTube. Jeremy calls me up and he has been telling me that he has been suffering dizzy spells and persistent headaches. He doesn't want to sound like a bitch. He doesn't want to complain. He doesn't want to whine. The side of Jeremy's eye has turned red, and I'm concerned for Jeremy. I think he needs to go see a doctor immediately and determine if he has a concussion. I am not a doctor myself, but when I hear that a week after he had been assaulted by being pounded in the head by a rather large guy, this guy Matthew Loader, I've seen pictures of him. He's a pretty big guy. He a week later is still suffering dizziness and headaches, etc., etc. I'm concerned for his health long term, and I really do think that people need to encourage him to see a doctor and get it checked out. Jeremy has his pride. I appreciate that, but two things that I'm concerned about, and they have, one of them has to do with Jeremy, and the other one has to do with the community that is Comicsgate, the critics community, and people just on YouTube expressing opinions at the risk of being assaulted by lunatic SJWs. These far left wingers are dangerous people. They've made it known that they're dangerous people. They are celebrating this assault. They think it's funny. They think it's great, and they're basically saying, hey, well, if you don't want to get hit, then stop being who you are. Stop expressing your opinions. If you don't want to get your ass kicked at a convention by a stranger, stop being conservative. Stop being anything to the right of extreme left, and you'll stop getting hit. Now this can't go on. Two things I'm concerned about. One, Jeremy's health. Jeremy needs to make sure that he does not have some sort of concussion, something from being beaten in the head. I need to know that he's okay. The other thing I'm concerned about is that precedent is set here. Now, Jeremy is aware of this. When we spoke on the phone, I said, look, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to ask my audience, other people that I know, are going to ask their audiences to contribute money. And every time, every dollar that goes into this account that's donated by other people is a middle finger to these SJWs. It's a middle finger to them. No, we're not going to tolerate this. No, none of this punching Nazis nonsense and then just deciding everyone that you don't like is a Nazi. None of that. That's not going to happen anymore. There are consequences. The consequences are going to be financial. I hope that they involve the legal system as well, prison. That would be great. I hope that real consequences come down, and we can make that happen. Jeremy needs to make that happen. The audience needs to make that happen. The people out there who just want to go to conventions and have a good time. Well, we can't have a good time at conventions because of SJWs. We can't have a good time playing Magic the Gathering because of SJWs. We can't have a good time reading good comic books because of SJWs. Star Wars, SJWs. And by the way, if you complain about the damage that they're doing to your hobbies, they are going to they're going to fight you. They're going to beat you up when you're not looking. Somebody's going to come up to you and assault you at a convention when you're just there trying to enjoy the thing that you are a fan of. Look, $19,000, $19,040 raised of a $10,000 goal. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost to pursue legal remedies for what happened to Jeremy. I am told now $40,000 to $50,000. I took a guess. I said $10,000. I thought that would cover it. No, that's the initial retainer. It is going to cost more money than that, and Jeremy doesn't have it. I'm hoping that that you guys will contribute, pitch in as well as you have been doing, and make this possible. Make a stand. Show, demonstrate justice. Let's have a show of force of justice. And I think it's about time that we did. So anyway, do what you can. Also, send Jeremy a little note on Twitter or privately. Tell him to go to the doctor, please. I've told him a million times he needs to go. His fans need to tell him that he needs to go to the doctor. I mean, honestly, it's like now it's a little personal. It's like when he's sitting there kind of going, yeah, I don't feel real well. Like, hey, Jeremy, how you doing? I got headaches, I'm a little dizzy. Like when I get up, I when I'm lying down and I get up, I kind of black out. Yeah, go to the fucking doctor, Jeremy. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. Show your friends you support independent comics while showing the world who you back in the fight against the swarm with the brand new Cyberfrog t-shirt from Crypto Fashion and Comic Artist Pro Secret. Sizes come in small to 5XL, and take your choice of colors between navy blue, white, and black. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and order the Fandom Menace, Go Get Daddy's Belt, Tico, and Soilo t-shirts as well. Link is below in the description. You're going to look great. People love these shirts. They fit wonderfully. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the Laughing Man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.